The monitor near the ceiling isn't on, there's no one here either. Thank goodness, we should be able to rest for a bit here. I set the box lunch on a desk and sit down with Miss President. Whew, now that I've finally taken a seat, I suddenly realize just how exhausted I am. Come to think of it, ever since I got into the TV world this time, it's been non-stop running, walking around, and fighting.
Still carrying that, huh?
Carrying that? What is she talking about?
Oh, you mean the lunchbox? Yeah. If you weren't gonna need it right away, you could have just left it with him back there.
She still has to use it as a potential deadly weapon. Leaving the lunch with Teddy instead of carrying it around? Now that I think about it, I feel like I probably should have done that. But still, I'm hesitant to just leave it behind. Miss President's right in that we won't be needing it right away. And even besides that, the food inside is in no condition to give to anyone. But it's still filled with so many feelings. I don't think I'd be able to explain all that to Miss President, so I try and change the subject to deflect attention away.
Say, Teddy seems to have taken a real liking to you, Miss President. I think I understand why. You're really pretty after all.
I guess my attempt to change the subject was a little too obvious. Yeah, but I couldn't think of any other topic of conversation besides Teddy that both of us could definitely relate to. If Chie were in my shoes, I bet she'd be able to expand the conversation in a much more natural way. As I sink into my own negative thoughts, Miss President cocks her head and speaks up.
Hey, can I ask you something? Am I good looking?
What on earth is this conversation? I wasn't expecting a response like that. I must have the exact expression on my face that Miss President did a moment ago. She seems embarrassed that I'm giving her that look. I guess I should answer her question, though.
Yes, I think so. I bet you'd look great if you dressed up.
Wow, way to go there, me. Even I think that sounded weird. I do honestly think that Miss President is cute and good looking. Maybe she's never thought about such things. She doesn't seem to be wearing makeup, and I don't see any accessories either. Just her uniform and nothing else, like a living example of the school regulations.
Really? I'm not much of an expert since I usually just wear what I need for work. But most people at school give their own little alterations to their uniforms and things like that.
Yukiko, you have a major alteration to your uniform.
Is that allowed? Don't the teachers get sore? I'm not sure. I guess they might complain if things got too out of hand. But I wear a cardigan over my uniform all the time, and I've never received a complaint. Let's see. I wonder what kind of look would work for you.
I have a compact mirror with me, so I peer into it with Miss President. Then again, it's small, so there isn't really much I can see. When I try putting my cardigan up to Miss President's chest and change her hairstyle a bit with my headband, her eyes brighten up. That was kind of cute. After Miss President shyly fixes her messed up hair and returns my cardigan and headband, she warmly speaks up.
I never knew I could look like that. See? Isn't it fun to give your uniform your own personal touch?
Seeing Miss President so happy makes me happy too. It seems like she really didn't have any interest in her looks until now. That's a bit of a waste.
I never gave much thought to fashion, though. I think Chie would be better at telling which colors compliment you best. Chie? Who's she? She's a great friend of mine. Chie is a natural at choosing colors and things that look great on people.
Red looks good on you, Yukiko. Make it your entire wardrobe. Chie was the one who said that to me. She's always looking after me. Sometimes I feel like she knows me even better than I know myself. When we go shopping together, she always picks out clothes that she's positive would look good on me, so I bet she'd be able to find something for Miss President in a flash.
A friend of yours? I want to meet her too. Sure. Once this is over, we can all go shopping together. I'm sure there are lots of outfits that would look good on you. Yeah. Let's do that. I'll hold you to it.
I feel a little closer to Miss President now. I don't have that many friends, but it still makes me happy when I make a new one. I'm sure Chie would be surprised too. She's always exaggerating, so I bet she'd say something like, I can't believe Yukiko asked to hang out with someone besides me. I put on the cardigan that Miss President returned to me, just as I'm about to suggest that we get going. A mysterious yet familiar voice echoes within my head. Oh, it's Rise time!
Senpai! Can anyone hear me? That voice. Risa-chan? She's making contact through her persona, so it must be.
It's different from the voice that was being broadcast over the PA system. This feeling is definitely Rise-chan's persona. Her persona is a bit different from ours. It has special ability. Yeah, I know. I tell Miss President what's happening, and she seems amazed that my friend had contacted me. I then quickly turn my concentration back to the conversation with Rise-chan.
Yukiko-senpai! Thank goodness. Sorry, I was so relieved that I started tearing up. Are you alright, Yukiko-senpai?
I'm fine. what about you? Are you okay? You were doing these weird broadcasts until a moment ago, but you're back to normal now, right?
That wasn't me! A fake Teddy was saying those things in my voice. Ever since I got kidnapped, he was watching me. I didn't get any chances to use my persona. Yukiko-senpai, where are you right? Wait a sec. Are you with someone right now?
I see. Rise-chan doesn't know about Miss President. I quickly tell her about our encounter and what has happened.
Weird. Something's not right about her. I can't put my finger on it, but she's not normal.
Not normal? Well, I start thinking about what she could possibly mean by that. Rise-chan continues on.
So based on how things went last year, you think that girl's the victim and the fake Teddy's her shadow?
I don't know yet, but it's possible. Rise-chan, you say you were with the fake one all this time. Are you okay?
Oh, sure, don't worry about me. The fake's gone off somewhere. That's why I was trying to contact someone.
Thank goodness Rise-chan's safe then. It must have been so scary being held captive by the fake Teddy. He was using both Teddy's form and Rise-chan's voice. What reason would he have to do that? Oh, that reminds me. I should tell Rise-chan that her manager was worried about her.
Oh, this might not be worth mentioning now, but your manager called me in.
Huh? Inoue-san contacted you? Yikes. Sorry about that.
Yikes.
Oh no, don't be. I just thought you should know.
Yikes, we're really talking about this right now instead of, stopping evil Teddy, huh?
Oh man, how am I gonna explain this? I seriously have no excuse. I'll just have to lie and say I ran away from home for a few days. I'm gonna get in such trouble for this. But one thing at a time. We have to deal with this situation first.
Don't worry, the others are here too. We'll rescue you in no time.
Yeah, I'm sensing them now. Cool. I'll be waiting, so hurry and come get me. Oh, but be careful.
Rise-chan answers energetically, but I know there's no way she's alright after being captured by the mastermind behind this case. I bet she's scared and worried. I have to hurry and rescue her. Rise-chan ends the communication after telling me she's gonna try to contact everyone else. I told her where Yosuke Kunshie and Teddy were, so hopefully she'll be able to contact them. But my objective is now clear. I have to go to the announcement room, rescue Rise-chan, and then do something about the fake Teddy. Now that the goal is in sight, I can more thoroughly focus on reaching it.
Well, that didn't look weird or nothing. Were you talking to your friend inside your head?
Yeah, we do that sometimes, don't worry about it.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I bet it's hard to believe, but...
Nah, I could tell from watching you. You didn't look like you were faking it.
How does someone fake talking to someone in their head? How do you know the difference?
You must really get along with him.
Huh?
I could see on your face that you didn't doubt him at all. And I'm sure they trust you right back, huh?
After thinking for a moment, I can't help but smile.
They sure do. We've been through a lot together, you see.
I feel like Miss President's acting a little off. I thought she might feel out of the loop after I had that whole conversation without her, but it seems like something else is on her mind. It's like she feels awkward. No, apologetic. It's as if she's bearing something she can't say to anyone else. Am I overthinking things?
Don't worry. We're behind you, too. I'm sure you'll get through this just fine.
I reassure her and try to cheer her up, but Miss President only nods ambiguously and doesn't smile back. She's not at all like the goldfish snack. It always smiles back. I want to help her, but what should I do? We walk around the school some more and finally find the announcement room. Okay, so I think we're getting to the end of Yukiko's story. I am so ready for Kanji's story, dudes. Zaddy, welcome to stream. How's it going? The culprit of this case must be waiting behind the door. That realization makes me tense up. I motion towards Miss President. When she nods back, I fling the door open.
Yukiko-senpai, you came!
I wonder if this episode is going to end or reach its midpoint because all of them have had like a to be continued so far. I wonder if this is going to end with Aigis showing up again because we haven't run into any Persona 3 characters yet, which is exactly how it went in Yosuke's story. In Yosuke's story, no Persona 3 characters showed up until Aigis at the very end. And Aigis and Elizabeth showed up in Narukami's story, and then obviously Akihiko showed up in Chie's, and Aigis didn't show up in Chie's story at all. Huh? Only Rise-chan is in here. I thought that the fake Teddy would be like, you finally made it this far, now let me tell you my master plan, or something like that. Just as I have that thought, he turns up on every monitor in the announcement room. Oh, this is different. I can't hear you!
You must know already that this is the stage for the final battle.
Why did he say final battle like that?
You brought your own strange audience with you, but I'll overlook that for now. You seem to love attention so much that I'm sure you'll do better with an audience.
The fake Teddy glances to Miss President for a moment, but seems uninterested and says nothing more about her. If he's the girl's shadow, I thought he would definitely start taunting her.
There's no point in pretending to be Teddy anymore. I'm not fooled. Who are you? Why are you doing this? How much longer will this awful game continue?
Oh my! How rude of you to call it awful when you're the ones who wished for it!
This sounds like a commentary on, like, back when Persona 4 came out, Persona 4 fans were like, we want a Persona 4 spin-off. And then they were like, alright, here's a fighting game. And then people who don't like fighting games were like, this game sucks, it's awful, why did you do it? And then it's like, the developers being like, how dare you call this fighting game awful? You're the ones that wanted spin-off games.
We wished for this? What do you mean?
As I've said from the start, real men let their fists do the talking.
Yeah, Yukiko really strikes me as a real man.
Bring up the next challenger!
Okay, this is very different from the other 3 stories so far. Just like before smoke pours out, I still can't tell whose silhouette it is. I see through the white smoke, but I have a pretty good idea. Is it just Narukami? The fake Teddy said a moment ago that this is the final battle. Since I fought Yosuke, Kunchi, and Teddy, there's only one person left.
I had a feeling it would be you.
That makes things easier then. Let's get started, Yukiko.
It is Narukami. Yukiko's story feels like slightly shorter and a little strange compared to the other ones. That's right, it's Yukun.
If it's at all possible, I don't want to fight. Can we not do this?
What a question. You've been fighting against your friends this whole time, haven't you?
That's true, but...
I don't want to fight, huh? You always just wait for things to happen. You can't do anything until someone makes the choice for you. You haven't changed at all. Just like last year. You're still waiting for someone to come and rescue you.
Yukiko's story is actually a hallucination caused by her boxed lunch. Ah, now it all adds up. Dave Man, welcome to stream.
I haven't changed at all?
That simple statement is like a knife through my chest. The things my shadow said to me when I first entered this world begin echoing through my mind. As if to reopen the wound, Yukun's cutting remarks remind me of the pain I thought I left behind. The me who wanted to go somewhere, but was too weak-willed to do anything on her own, and thus yearned after a prince to take me away. The me that didn't have enough courage to even consider breaking the cage surrounding me, only becoming more and more fretful. I thought I had faced down those fears. I thought I had changed. I did my best to improve my cooking, a skill that I was bad at, as part of that process. That's why I made this boxed lunch. But after hearing Yukun say those things, the feelings I've been slowly building up have been instantly cut down. My confidence has been shaken. Have I not actually changed at all?
That's not true. I'm trying to the best of my abilities.
Enough with the weasel words. I'm sick of your excuses.
Weasel words? He has no intention of listening to a thing I say. Yukun draws his sword as if to tell me as much. Because the fake Teddy's rules are still in effect, if I want to save anyone, then I must fight. I have to steel myself. If I don't fight and win, I won't be able to protect Miss President and the others.
Listen, both of you. Something ain't right. Yukiko-san, are you really gonna fight him?
I'm sorry. I know you want to stop this. But this is my only choice right now. Please, stand back, Miss President.
Upon hearing my words, Rise-chan leads Miss President a safe distance away from the upcoming fight. It'll be alright. I've been able to pull through so far. I just need to concentrate on the battle before me. Otherwise, I won't be able to win against Yukun. Prepare to eat this boxed lunch, you loser!
Finally.
Sup?
Fight.
Match number 4.
Stay away!
Be destroyed. Wow, that went far. Hey, stop that. Come here, you. I said you as in Y-O-U, not Y-U, for the record. Sorry, I wanted to heal. I'm fine. You're done. This is the second time this dude has been flower petaled into oblivion. Born into a world of strife, against all odds, we choose to fight! Blossom Dance!
And that's the end of that.
Is it always 398? Why is it 400? I really just beat up Yukon. Yeah, he's dead. Again. He finally came to visit us after all this time and we ended up fighting. How did this happen? The same with Yosuke-kun, Chie, and Teddy too. That reminds me, everyone said the same things to me before I fought them. Maybe I really haven't changed at all.
You're pretty strong, Yukiko.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you hurt anywhere? I ended up fighting you anyway.
I try to excuse myself to Yukon, who's just gotten back to his feet. He looks puzzled.
Huh? I knew something wasn't right. You've done a complete 180 from how you were a moment ago.
I was just thinking the same thing about you.
If you dupes don't mind me butting in, something wasn't right with either of you. It was like neither of you could hear what you were saying. The way you answered each other didn't make no sense.
We didn't hear what the other was saying? Huh, it was like this after each of my fights. Once they were over, it was clear that our conversations beforehand weren't matching up at all. I didn't have time to check, and to be honest, was afraid of what I'd find, but what if the things we heard from each other weren't actually what we said at all?
I see. Was that the fake Teddy at work too?
You think he's doing it on purpose to make friends fight each other?
That's crazy. Why? How could anyone do something so horrible as making someone fight their friends?
Miss President is disgusted by the situation. It almost seems as if she was the one who was forced to fight against all her friends. She must be a very kind person, yeah. I feel as if she's getting angry for my sake. I tell her to not let the situation bother her and calm her down. And then I introduce her formally to Rizei-chan and Yukon. I explain how I met her in this world, how she can't remember anything, and how she may be the victim at the heart of this case. Upon hearing my theory, Yukon nods and falls deep in thought.
I see. That's strange, though. The Shadow's main objective is to take the place of the real person. If he really is her Shadow, that fake Teddy hasn't seemed interested in her at all.
Yeah, you're right. He completely ignored Miss President a moment ago, too.
You still haven't figured it out? I made sure to spell it out for you from the start, too.
A voice suddenly echoes throughout the room. Oh, is it the Shadow faking to be this Rizei or something? I feel as if I've heard it somewhere before, but it's a voice that I really don't want to remember. Oh no, was that Yukiko's Shadow?
Who's there? Where are you?
You haven't found what you cherish, have you? What you truly desire.
Yo, there's just something about Yukiko's Shadow that is, like, just really off-putting. The voice's owner slowly reveals herself. That figure was the one thing I didn't want to see. I faced her once in the past, but now that I have to face her again, I'm scared.
Yukiko-senpai's shadow? This can't be.
That's right, the one that appeared before everyone was myself. My own face mocking me.
Now that everything's peaceful, no one will help me. I'm suffering now, yet no one notices. I'm beside myself because I can't tell if I'm making any real progress. Isn't that right, me?
I can't believe this. Why? I mean, I've already defeated my own Shadow and obtained a persona. There's no way she could show herself again.
But then I noticed something. If I stir up more trouble, everyone will worry. I'm sure. No, I know for a fact that my real prince will come save me this time.
My Shadow's smile widens as she stares at me. I can't face that gaze. My eyes wander across the ground. Before long, something comes into my field of view. My boxed lunch. Oh my goodness, this dang boxed lunch, dude. My Shadow realizes what I was glancing at and intensifies the verbal assault.
I mean, take that boxed lunch. I said that I made it for everyone, but I'm not at all confident about it. I could have given it to you, but I didn't. I was so scared inside that I couldn't. Yet I can't throw it away either. That boxed lunch is just like me. I did my best, but I don't know whether or not it came out good. Just like poor, pitiful me.
That's not true! Come, Konohana Sakuya! Huh?
I can't summon my persona. Nothing happens. It's as if I've never had the power to begin with. No. Why? How can this be?
No!
Just because you gained your persona that your shadow would never appear again? Did you think you'd never meet me again after you accepted yourself? Sorry, but no one ever really lets go of their weaknesses. I'll always be with you.
Has my persona really turned back into a shadow? Was all the progress I thought I made only in my mind? Have I really not changed at all? The words cast at me earlier cut fresh wounds into my heart.
You tried to act all high and mighty by saying you were determined, but you were just trying not to rock the boat. It's too much trouble thinking on your own, so you closed your eyes to everything. Isn't that right, Miss Goody Two-Shoes?
Have you ever thought about the problem you cause for others? You may not realize, but you completely rely on us. That box lunch you brought today is a perfect example. Nobody ever said they wanted you to make them one.
You always just wait for things to happen. You won't. You can't do anything until someone makes the choice for you. You haven't changed at all. Just like last year. You're still waiting for someone to come and rescue you.
The me that gave up on thinking for myself. The me that selfishly ignores the feelings of others. The me that can't do anything on my own. The me that pretended to have grown, but in reality hasn't changed at all. My weakness caused this case, and dragged everyone into it? My shadow continues the verbal barrage as I stand trembling.
I've always been by your side. You were just tuning me out for a while. Isn't that true? Poor, pitiful me.
Please stop. I catch myself covering my face with my hands. I don't want to see or hear anymore. I'm scared. Yukon and the others are getting a full view of my pitiful self. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I can't even stand.
Please, stop!
Have I not changed at all since back then? Did I actually know that deep down, but was just trying to ignore it? Please, no more. I just want to let go. I want to let go of everything.
Yukiko-san!
Yukiko! Don't let it fool you!
He's right, Yukiko-senpai. Look up at us.
Ah. What am I doing? Why was I so frightened? Yukon, Rise-chan, Miss President. I can hear all their reassuring voices too. I'm not alone. No matter how pitiful I am or how painful things are, I have great friends who aren't embarrassed of me. They accept me for who I am and will fight alongside me. Reassuring voices pull me out of the darkness. I slowly open my eyes. Before me, I see Yukon from behind. He has stepped in between me and my shadow to try and protect me. Rise-chan is holding my body up.
Don't give in. You overcame your weakness back then, didn't you? We all know you did. We were there.
Yeah, you're not running away from anything. Not last time, and not this time either. You came to rescue me just like you said. This is the second time you've done that. You're not weak at all.
You're both right. I can face myself. She said the thing! That's the name of one of the songs. I can do this.
Yukon, please, let me do this.
Yukon and I exchange glances. When he sees me nod with determination, his expression softens and he stands aside. He believes in me. His trust makes me so happy right now. Thank you, Yukon.
Look after Miss President and Rise-chan.
Of course.
I get back to my feet and stand firmly. I fix my gaze upon the smirking shadow in front of me. If it was my weakness that caused this case, then I'll bring an end to this case myself.
People never let go of their weaknesses. You're probably right about that. That's why I must continue fighting against mine. And I can do it because I know I'm not alone.
Yes, now I can take a step towards that goal.
Yukiko-san, can you really beat her?
Miss President's voice? Yeah, I'm surprised too. If not for everyone, I'd never have realized I possessed such inner strength. I take a deep breath. I won't look away again.
You say you're my weakness? Then no matter how many times you come back, I will continue to stand up against you. Now, come.
This time, I feel the strength flowing through me, and my persona, Konohana Sakuya, appears. The shadow contorts her face in pure hatred from seeing me standing up against her.
Why? Why aren't you despairing? I was so close to.